How much do you value your posts on Google My Business? Is it something you see as a real value and a necessity? Is it something you see that you need to do at least once a week? Well, today I'm going to show you that there's a real value there. And I'm going to use an extreme situation. Now, if I said to you, is it worth $10, $20, $100 to put that post up? You'd probably say, I don't know, maybe under certain circumstances. But you know, back a few years ago, Alex Chu was a person that most people were talking about on the website. Why? Well, because he produced a $1 million page, a one-page website where every single pixel was sold for $1. Now, I've done a whole video on Alex Chu and how that helps us to see the importance of gaining real estate when it comes to the area on Google My Business. So how much is a Google My Business post worth? Well, just to post the standard picture alone, it gets resized by Google. I just worked it out to be $218,700 for that photo. And all it is 540 pixels by 405 when it's resized. So there is a value there. Now, I'm not saying it's worth that much, but it could be under the right circumstances and with the right exposure. So if you're not posting on a regular basis, you're missing an opportunity to get your advert, your branding, or your products or services before people's eyes. And that's often the problem, is that people don't value the value of posts. But why every single week? Well, in this particular 30-day challenge, day 7, which is today, day 14, day 21 and day 28, we're going to put up a post together. And I'm going to show you some of the tools I use to make sure I use the right keywords when I put the post up. I'm also going to share with you a few tips as to what you can write about. And I'm also going to show you some of the benefits of getting the post written on a regular basis every 7 days, but also reacting to what Insights tells you and reacting to what types of methods of call to actions you can use with your customers. So today we're going to do a straightforward post. I'm going to take you through that. Of course, posts can bring in new business, and there are some little tricks you can do along the way. Now, Luke Durand came out with a great trick just a few weeks ago, where he showed that an animated GIF could be used as a product post. And when I first tried it, it didn't seem to work. As you can see now, it's fully working. Now, wouldn't that capture someone's interest, seeing an animated image on Google products? Now, of course, if you want to know how to do it, head over to Luke's channel, and there he shows you exactly how you can change a GIF or an animated GIF into a JPEG, and yet Google My Business allows that to be uploaded. So great little tip from Luke. He beat me on that one. So a few weeks ago, I shared with the group as well about a true or false statement, and just to get your feedback. So true or false, ideally you should post at least once a week to keep Google My Business current and active. Well, I think we all know that's the answer. And why is that? Because after 7 days, that post no longer really exists. It gets archived. You can still see it on the free website that Google My Business produces, but generally speaking, it's not going to appear before your customers after 7 days. There are exceptions to that, which we're going to come on and show you in a later day, where if you use things like events, then you can get before people's eyes longer than 7 days. But specifically the what's new or the posts that we're looking at on day 7, 14, 21 and 28, well, that's slightly different. They just last and they archive after 7 days. And on this channel, I often spoke about a step-by-step plan or a bespoke plan for your business. And part of the plan is a regular weekly update on Google My Business. Now, you might feel that by the time you've done Twitter, you've done Facebook, you've done LinkedIn, maybe then you've done a few on Google My Business as well, and you're sharing the same information, trying to reword it slightly, that it's all quite a faff. But there is a really useful tool called Publer, which I'm going to just show you now, where you can put together one post, you can put the hashtags in, upload the image, and then you can then add that to all of your various social media platforms. And initially it's free. You can do this for several accounts. I think once you get onto Instagram and a few other accounts as well, you might have to start to pay a little bit extra. But I'm going to put a link down below so that you can then go over to there, get your free account, and then you can try it out. And what it will mean is you just post once a week on one platform, and yet it shares it on all of your social media platforms. So a really helpful tool that's going to save you a lot of time in the coming week. So try that out for day 7 and then try it out for the next 4 weeks as well. And that's often the key, is just about making plans. Maggie Thatcher, like her or not, but she always said about planning ahead. In fact, her statement was, plan your work for today and every day, then work your plan. So what's your plan? Have you planned a regular update of your Google My Business posts? The chances are majority of people haven't. When I look on Google My Business, it's clear most people are not taking advantage of this. And this is very much something that Google wants to see. It's rewarding those that post on a regular basis. There's no doubt about that. So how do you get inspiration for your posts? Well, look at your competitors and see what they're posting. Look at your competitors' websites and see what they're talking about. Look at chats, look at groups and see what they're talking about. Listen to what your customers are asking for. What product is selling well? Put a post about that. What services are you actually offering? Are you doing a promotion? Mention that in a what's new. Really, it's just a straightforward, take a few photos of the office, photos of the team. Just try and continuously get some fresh content before Google My Business. Every time you update your website with a post or a blog, then why not also just take a little snippet and put that on your Publer, and then also then put that out to your social media through Publer and through Google My Business posts. And then what type of call of action do you ask your customers to do? Well, do you ask them to call you? Do you ask them to link through to a website or a landing page? Or do you ask them to WhatsApp you? There's a few options you've got here. And what we're going to do today is we're going to test it. So I'm going to put down to call me, but we'll see then, we'll look through insights over the next few weeks and see which one works best for my business. And you can do the same for yours as well. So try different things, look at the insight information afterwards and see what then brings back the best response. And so here's some questions to be honest about if you have already put some posts. So go to your posts, have a look at them, see what you've actually got there. Then ask yourself these questions. Do your posts really stand out? Do you mix them up? So are they different? Do they have different actions? Is your call to action different from the last time you tried something? Experiment, because you might find there's a particular way that works for your type of customers. So what type of call of actions are you offering? Or is it just a standard one all the same, going back to the website each time? Do you update weekly? Most people don't. So be honest, are you really updating weekly? In fact, if you can do it 2 or 3 times a week, even better. And have you tried all different types of posts? And we're going to come on to other types of posts as well. So we'll look at not just the what's new, which is the ones we're doing on these days each week, but we're also going to look at the other ones as well. So that includes things like the offers and the events as well. Now, on most occasions, I do most of my things on a desktop or using a laptop. But actually, Google also wants you to use your mobile phone and the app itself for Google My Business. Now, interestingly, the app and the desktop, they have different abilities to do different things. So we're going to discover some things you can do with the app tomorrow. So meet me on day 8 tomorrow.